ठीक है, आप उससे बात कर लो। हाँ,
Hey, good afternoon, 𝑐𝒖𝒓 𝑬𝒔𝒕𝒆𝒅.
Good evening, sir. Here it's evening.
I should have said good evening. Yeah, I'm sorry. Good evening. Yeah. Did I pronounce your name correctly, 𝒖𝒓 or
Perfect.
okay, great. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. So I am 𝑶𝒖𝒓 𝒔𝒂𝒌𝒆𝒅, an undergraduate, first year student from BE CSE Honors Information Security, and I am a part of zStudents-CU, a community founded by Komaldi, which will help us develop our soft and technical skills. And today we are with one of our event with IBM Z Explore Your Gateway to Career Opportunities. And I'll be anchoring this event. Now I would request Komaldi to introduce herself.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's event. I am Komal. 𝒕𝒅, I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are audible.
All right, perfect. So I am Komal, a final year computer science engineering student from Chandigarh University. I am an IBM Z ambassador, working as an ambassador for IBM Z and learning about enterprise computing and other stuff related to IBM Z. So I am the founder and the president of the zStudent-CU community. And today we are back with an amazing event titled IBM Z Explore Your Gateway to Career Opportunities, where you'll interact with industry professionals who will first introduce you to the platform, what it is, and what skills you can expect to learn from there. And after that, we'll discuss how skills gained through that platform can help you bag internship or job opportunities. So with that, before we get our panelists to introduce themselves, I would like to first share about a platform. Let me quickly share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. 𝒕𝒅, can you confirm?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So for all the participants who are attending this event, I would like to introduce you to our global community just for students powered by IBM Z, the IBM Z Global Student Hub. You will get to know about this platform later. First, you can sign up here by scanning up this QR code, and you will head up to a platform where you'll have the option to register. And all you need is your email and to set up a password for you to register. This is a community for students based globally to explore about enterprise computing, be notified about IBM Z student opportunities. For example, one of them is IBM Z Explore that we'll be learning about today, and the student contest, the R of C game. There are tons of opportunities, Z Ambassador program being one of them. And by being a part of this global community, not only can you get notified about these opportunities and be up to date, but also you can network with not only just students but industry professionals and ask them whatever you want. Start a discussion, maybe watch recordings that are present there, and there are tons of blogs to read to upskill yourself, not just technically but personally too. So this is the QR code that you can scan to register for this platform. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is that apart from the benefits that I mentioned to be a part of this global community powered by IBM Z, to be eligible to get a certificate for this event, you have to register here. And there's one more step that you'll have to do after registering, and that will explain towards the end of this session. For now, all you need to do is just sign up here and register. We'll give you 2 minutes to do that. And towards the end of the session, we'll explain what's the next step that you do to get be eligible for your certificate. Of course, attending this session throughout is must. And then to be eligible, there's another step that we'll explain. So in 2 minutes, we'll have our speakers introduce themselves, and you can take a few minutes to sign up and do that sign up process.
So we have with us our guest speakers for the day, Joris, Mertens, developer advocate and Subhasish, Sarkar, senior engineer and BNC software and IBM Samsung, who I would request to introduce. Let's start. sir.
Just a minute. Let me make sure the host. 𝒕𝒅, can you do that? You are the host. Make both our speakers for today. Make them the host.
Yes,
Maybe they are not able to unmute themselves.
Yes, I think I am hearable now. Is that correct?
Yes,
If I may take the honor to introduce myself.
definitely. Please go ahead.
So my name is Joris Mertens, and Kamal, thank you very much for inviting me here. Some people may know that Kamal and I did some sessions together, and I'm always pleased to talk to the audience from your groups. So my name is Joris Mertens. I'm from the Netherlands, and I am a developer advocate working for IBM. What does that mean? Basically, I'm trying to get people interested in the IBM Z platform, help them getting familiar with the platform. So by redirecting them to the IBM Z Explore platform, or hosting workshops. That way we try to get people engaged on the IBM Z platform. I also work with clients, with the IBM Z clients, so clients who are using the platform. And a very important step for me is to get the students or young professionals, or basically anyone new to the IBM Z world, to get them connected to the clients as well, because the clients are really screaming for help to get good people on board, to get them to work there. But we're talking about that probably a little bit later. But yeah, that's what I do. And I even, after 1.5 years sitting at home because of the COVID situation, I was allowed to do some traveling. And perhaps I meet some of you in the near future face to face on an event as well. So thank you. That's me.
We definitely are looking forward to that. So with that, we can have Subhasish introduce himself.
Yeah, I think I was muted. Now, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So thank you, Komal. Thanks, Joris, for that lovely introduction of yourself. Now it's my turn. So friends, my name is Subhasish, and I am a senior SQ engineer working for BMC Software. So I have been working with BMC Software for just over 6 months, 6 years now, not 6 months, 6 years. And apart from that, I am a very proud IBM Z champion for 2 consecutive years now, and that is 2020 and 2021, and hopefully some more years to come also. So what does an IBM Z champion, what does it mean to be an IBM Z champion? Well, to advocate about the platform, to talk to students like you, the future of the technology, to make them understand the power and the value of the mainframes, why mainframes are still important, to motivate you to get into a career with the IBM Z mainframe enterprise computing platform. And today we will try to do that, and we'll try to convince you why IBM Z mainframes are still the backbone of the world's business, right? Both myself and Joris will try to convince you on that. And yeah, so that's it. That's a little bit about myself. So let's start the ball rolling then. Yeah. Yeah, Komal, over to you, or 𝒕𝒅.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your introductions. And we are very excited to, be doing this event and introducing the students of our university and maybe beyond to the world of IBM Z Explore. So with that, I'll request Joris to tell us a bit about IBM Z Explore, what it is, and, introduce the students to the platform.
Yes, I'm glad to do that. Let me quickly share my screen. I have one slide because I don't want to show too much slides. I like to share screen. Here we go. Do you see my my Z Explore slide now?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, now it's full screen. So what is IBM Z Explore? Probably many of you have heard of the Master the Mainframe, which was our learning platform for IBM Z up until this year, September. With a new year and a new upgraded version of the learning platform, we really reimagined it for the future. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to name change. We wanted to give it the more modern name, although mainframe as a term is the most common use. But we wanted to start using IBM Z Explore or Z Explore as an alternative to make a fresh new start and really go to a 2.0 version. The learning platform from IBM Z Explore is now available through the year and after that. So if you compare it to Master the Mainframe, it's now continuously available as a learning platform. Everybody can join, students, reskillers, educators, as said, basically anybody with interest for IBM Z. For now, it's officially for 18 plus students. We are working to lower that, but for legal reasons, it's for 18 plus at the moment. And it's the learning platform. It's just like Master the Mainframe. It consists of three levels of technology deep dive, and obviously we start slow and go deeper with every step. So if you take a look at the picture to the right, you have the Get Started. That's where you register, and I will show the registration page in the chat later on. But you get started, and then that's basically just register on the website. Important, we don't send emails, we do not marketing, we do not have marketing related actions on that. It's purely for the learning platform. You can have some tick in the boxes of oh, someone is thank you. You can have some ticks in the box if you would like to know for future job applications and stuff like that, but there's no need to do that if you don't want to. So basically, and that's where the magic happens. There are three levels of experienceness which you start. You start with the fundamentals. Do you need any type of experience or do you need any knowledge for that? No, absolutely not. It's written to be an absolutely newbie. And from there you go from, as I like to call it, from zero to hero. The fundamentals are really the setup of the system. We did it many times in sessions as well, and we probably will do it in the future as well. And then you just learn how to navigate through an application, VS Code, how to connect to an actual mainframe, which is currently running somewhere in the US, and to do the basic functions, how you find yourself your way around in the application. If you have completed that, you will get some. Sorry?
Joris, to seamlessly share your screen, you can from top of your screen you can stop the annotations, and that way we can make sure everything's going well. From where you'll be able to see that you are sharing your screen, there will be an option to stop the annotations.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
All right, we are good to go now.
Thank you. So once you complete the fundamentals, you will receive points for that, kudos. And with that, you can earn swag, you can get some small prizes if you would like. And from there, you go to the next challenge, which are the concepts. The concepts are a little bit more background challenges. So why do we use the IBM Z? And as my colleague speaker told us well, why is it so interesting and why is it so important for the world? Also with that, you get some smaller exercises. If you have finished that, then obviously you go to the third challenge, which is the advanced challenge. And the advanced challenge, that is really the challenge where you start learning to understand how coding works on IBM Z. What kind of application do we use? How can you script certain handling? And the cool thing is that advanced section will continuously grow. Every now and then we upload newer challenges in that advanced sections, which is different than master the mainframe was. So it remains interesting. Every now and then we try to upload it or update it and make it, if you are finished with the advanced section, again, interesting to log on again. We also try to embed as much as possible all the other popular topics like machine learning, containerization, and all that kind of stuff. Modern tooling, Zoe, Ansible, and you can play around with that as well. And by that way, we hope to offer you the best learning platform, again, where you can start without knowledge and gain your knowledge deeper and deeper. There's one thing I would like to mention as well. And looking at the timing from today's session, it's a pity because it's finished in 2 days, but we also release on certain times a student challenge. The student challenge is applicable for any student, and you will basically get challenges which are some sort of funny hypothetic challenges. And for example, the first one is it's an apocalyptic city and you have to escape the city by building a vehicle. How do you do that vehicle? You code stuff, so you get your parts. You have to do some other exercises like scripting, and with that you can start building your car. These are 5 challenges, and if you look at the challenges, you have to be a little bit more creative. So it's always good to have some of the early challenges done, but it's not necessary depending on your level of knowledge. And then you can finish the student challenge. It runs for 30 days, so that's why I'm saying it's a bit of pity time-wise, because in 2 days the current one is stopping, but we are already working on the background to release a new one. So in a nutshell, IBM Z Explore is a learning platform for everybody with interest for IBM Z, and it's a very safe environment to learn to work yourself around on the Z platform. One thing I forgot to mention, the digital badges given out. We have accredited badges, which are very interesting. So if you have, for example, the concepts done or the advanced one, for fundamentals, I don't think there is an official badge because that's more the onboarding process. But the other badges are very nice and value badges. Those are digital badges which you can post on your LinkedIn. You could put it in your resume. It's an accredited badge with reflects that you have this type of knowledge. And as far as I know, the clients which I speak to and are looking for people know about these badges. And if they see someone with, for example, a level 2 and concepts badge, that there's really like, this she or her already has some sort of standard knowledge. So that's also very interesting. Looking at the time, I think we will discuss the rest in the panel session. So I think this is all I can tell about 𝑐𝒖𝒓 at this moment.
Thank you so much, sir. It was so good to hear from you and we learned a lot. So now we have a set of questions and we would like to hear from you those as well. So starting with, I would like to first ask Subhasish sir. I would like to ask about IBM Z Explore platform. Is it beginner friendly? And what are the skills a student can expect to learn from this platform?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Joris. Go ahead, no problem. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the basic skills that you learn are really the setup. What is the framework? How do you use mainframe? And a very important thing to mention: how do you use ZOS? Because this IBM Z Explore is based on the ZOS operating system. That's an own operating system for IBM Z. IBM Z can also run Linux, etc., but that runs flawless on any system. So there are enough other places. And the skills that you learn are how to work with data sets. Those are basically the files and file systems, but we call them data set and data set members. How to script. But there's also COBOL, which is an coding language specifically used for IBM Z. You are learning the basics of coding. And many other things. There's some stuff on Python running on ZOS. So how to integrate a modern coding language on IBM Z as well. So it's really broad. And again, we try to expand that as we know that there are certain areas which are people interested to learn with regards to ZOS. And we try to broaden that, basically on a weekly basis.
That really seems great, sir. So my next question would be, what are the challenges that a student working in IBM Z Explore might face? And is there any advice for beginners looking to start learning?
And to who are you asking that?
Subhasish sir can answer this.
Okay, I apologize, but can you just repeat the first question? I think I missed it.
Yes, you were going to add to that. So yeah, I was going to the same. The first question that Kiratpreet asked was that, is the IBM Z Explore platform like beginner friendly? Suppose many of the students here are hearing about the platform for the first time. So if they sign up there and register, is it beginner friendly, and what skills can they expect to learn from here?
Okay, yeah. I think Joris already provided a pretty good explanation of that, but I'll try to give a shot to that as well. Yeah, so when we say beginner friendly, I will definitely say that the IBM Z Explore learning platform, which was, as by now we know that it was formerly called Master the Mainframe, or MTM, popularly known as, and this program ran for 17 years, right? So the IBM Z Explore learning platform is definitely a beginner friendly platform. And why is that so? That's because, as I understand, and as I have played with the platform a bit, the platform actually provides a very fun way to get hands-on experience, across a wide variety of technologies. And by doing that, it helps the learners develop valuable skills, and you can even earn digital badges along the way, as Joris mentioned, right? So, and all of this with absolutely the students who are trying to utilize the platform, they don't need to have any prior knowledge on IBM Z mainframes, right? So, and that is why I strongly believe that the platform is beginner friendly, because anyone who, let's say I don't have any knowledge of what IBM Z mainframes are, even I can go into the learning platform, register myself, and start learning about the technologies, right? So definitely I'll call it beginner friendly. It can't be more beginner friendly than that. And regarding the question on the different skills a student can expect to learn from the platform, well, as Joris mentioned, that I'll also say that the platform helps the students develop. The important thing to understand is the students will develop enterprise computing and coding skills, right? And the platform will introduce all the students to enterprise systems and will inspire interest in the IBM Z mainframe technology. Let's say that, that way. And the students will learn how to code and build innovative applications or innovative solutions, using the different challenges that have been posted in the learning platform. And regarding some of the skill sets, Joris also already mentioned, right? The basic skill sets like how to use the data sets, which are basically in layman terms, the file systems used in mainframes, and then skills like Python, JCL, COBOL, REX, and all these basic skill sets. Yeah.
So there's not only some really good skills to learn, but there are badges to earn. There are points to earn, which you can use to redeem some goodies on the platform. So yeah, a lot of things to gain here on this platform. So a next question is for Joris sir, as Kiratpit previously mentioned, that what are the challenges a student might face? Because of course, if a beginner is starting on the platform, there might be a times the student may face stuck or may face a few challenges. So what is there any advice that you would like to offer to such students to get through those challenges and not give up?
Absolutely. This year, we are very proud that we have included a forum on the platform itself. So there's a very active forum platform that if you start, and it's really depending on your level of general knowledge. Some people are stuck in the first challenge because they are just not used to work with an application like VS Code, which we are using. If you look at the forum at the moment, we have a frequently asked questions, and we have a lot of questions which are already asked, and they're all open, and we have very enthusiastic and driven members or participants who are very fast at helping you out, and they are very much willing to. So it's a really self-supporting platform, where if you have a question on any topic, you most probably, with a simple search, you will most probably find a lot of answers already. We are also verifying if these answers are correct, and we jump in as well. Personally, I'm checking the forum once or twice a day, or every time, for example, when I'm coming back from my lunch and I have a second. From there, if there's really something you can't find and the forum is not responding, we have an email option, and then you will eventually end up with the administrators and the developers themselves, where I'm one of them, but certainly the best, because I have some direct colleagues who are really skilled and can help you right away. They will most probably not give you the answer one-on-one, but they will give you just a hint, just a small thing. They will monitor you on the back end, on the administration side, to see if you are getting your step further, because eventually it's a learning platform. And so far, we have the feedback that we received on this way of supporting all the participants was very positive. So I think that's some very nice enhancement we made on the platform this year.
Thank you, sir. I think now we all have got the direction, and we would move towards our first step towards our goal. So my next question would be, are the skills gained through IBM Z Explore enough to land to an internship or a job in enterprise computing space? I would like to know the view of both the speakers.
So may I start?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay, so the question is, are the skills which the students will gain through the IBM Z Explore enough to land any internship opportunity or job opportunity in enterprise computing space? I think, yeah, I'll answer it this way. While exploring the different levels and challenges in the IBM Z Explore platform, um, the students will learn about the fundamental concepts of the IBM Z mainframes. For example, data sets and similar other fundamental concepts, right, which are needed for a student to start working on the mainframes, right? The students will get introduced to the fundamental coding languages such as JCL, Rex, COBOL, Python, and probably a few more. The students will get to take a deeper look and experience hands-on learning around subsystems, what we call subsystems. I mean, we are not going to go into the technicalities of these things, but these are the different types of skill sets a student is expected to achieve. Subsystems, DB2 is one of the databases, relational databases. RACF is, okay, let's say it's a security software, which manages security. Linux, you guys are already familiar about what Linux is. VSAM, regular expressions, and many more skills, right? So my viewpoint is, when a student is empowered with all these basic mainframe centric skills, coupled with some highly sought after modern skills such as Python, plus all the different technical computing plus non-technical soft skills that you guys are already gathering during the course of your academic studies, right, in your schools or colleges or universities, I truly believe that all these skills are enough to land an internship or job in the enterprise computing space. And I can say that because I am a part of the technical interview panel in my organization that is responsible to hire college freshers or graduates from India, right? And we have hired many freshers this year. And so being in the interview panel, we know what skills we're looking out for. And I can definitely assure you that, I can confidently tell you that the skills you will be gaining after going through this learning platform will definitely help you in landing a job or an internship opportunity.
If I may add to that, I think it's absolutely right. And it's even more, I experienced that clients who were looking for new people or for people for their internships, they were asking to the candidates if they can start with IBM Z Explore, so they would understand in what type of environment they will work, and probably see a little bit to test their knowledge, and talking about future jobs, for example, in the past years, even people who came on the leaderboard or who gained the highest points, these people gain almost direct interest from the companies out there. The other thing is that we have built this environment as a starting point. So we try to keep it on a very broad level, because if you're looking at an individual company, everybody is working on ZOS in a different way. You can use it in a financial environment. You can use it in a healthcare environment. So the applications which they're using are very different for every company. So we try to stay on the basic level, which is a very, very powerful jumpstart, and will take away a lot of effort from the companies to immediately from there go to the specific skill sets which is needed for a specific job, for example. So it's a very powerful start, absolutely.
To continue, I would like to ask, a spontaneous question to Subhasish sir. For example, the batches gained on the IBM Z Explore platform, do they help students in that? Do they help students stand out from other students, like the students who gain the badges? I'm talking with respect to in India, do recruiters actually found the badges useful while reaching out or recruiting students in that space?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, so I'm Yeah, as you said, I'm specifically talking about about our country, India, right? Yeah. So when we are looking for, mainframe talents out there, right? Um, the we are not expecting that the college students, young minds who are joining us are absolute technical gurus in the different technologies. What we are absolutely looking for is whether they have an interest in the platform, right? That is more important to us. And how do we know that a particular candidate has got interest in learning about mainframes and that they have put in some effort to learn about the different technologies? Obviously, one thing is the previously the master the mainframe badges, right? Level 2 and level 3 badges. I mean, once a student has acquired those 2 badges, it definitely tells us that that student has actually taken the pain, right, and time and effort to actually complete those master the mainframe level 2 and level 3 challenges. And obviously, while doing so, they have acquired all those different skill sets, although at a very basic level. But that's what we need. I mean, we don't want people coming straight away and running and writing, 10,000 to 20,000 lines of COBOL or Rex code, right? I mean, we just want to know that the students are interested in the platform, they are interested in the skills, and these badges are a definite way that tells us that, such a student is obviously interested in learning more about the platform. So I think that's my perspective. I mean, I think Joris might have something more to add on to this.
Basically, what I hear you saying, I fully agree. I think it's if you look at people taking the effort to gain the skills and eventually are eligible for the badging, which they probably show on their profile or wherever, it's a really powerful way of showing, look what I did in order to gain this knowledge. And from my perspective, and I already mentioned that as well, we have our clients really actively looking for people on the badges. It's a really powerful thing. You have Z Explore, or from the past, the Master the Mainframe badge, level 2 or level 3. That really means a lot to them, because it's not only showing the effort that they did, but also showing the level of knowledge which they accomplished. So it's really it's a really trustful asset.
So we heard about the platform and how you can gain different skills on the same, and how you can, set yourself apart from other students by gaining industry recognized badges and maybe bag internship and job opportunities with those skills. So the next question that we have for both of our speakers is that, yes, there are skills to be learned. Yes, those skills can be leveraged into internship and job opportunities. But what are the steps that a student can take? For example, a student has learned the skills, completed the challenges, maybe has earned the concepts and advanced badge. What should next steps for him or her look like? That what should he do? Maybe, like, for example, if I talk about my university scenario, there are very less companies coming for recruitment in the enterprise computing space. I am in final year and I have been a part of the on-campus placements, and there are very less companies that come for this space, and there's very less knowledge about the same as well. So what should, like, a student take steps? What steps should a student take to, reach out to recruiters, or, be known that he or she has gained the badges and maybe get good internships and job opportunities? This question is for both of our speakers, and we can start with Subhasish sir to, get an overview of India side, that how everything works here.
Okay, I think it's a tough question, but yeah, I'll try to answer it. what should I do after I have completed the IBM Z Explore curriculum, right? I mean, what should I be doing to leverage the skills which I have already learned? Well, let me answer it this way. As I believe that the learning platform, and Joris, I think he can confirm on this, because I'm not so sure about that, but I believe that the learning platform is open 24/7 by 365,
Yeah.
and the students will have access to a real mainframe system.
Yeah,
right.
correct.
So yeah, so Joris confirms that. Great. So now we have to understand that for the students, I'll say that just learn to make the maximum possible use of that, because you normally, I'm talking about the courses that are taught in universities over here in India, you normally don't get to work with a real mainframe system in your schools, colleges, or universities in India. I'm talking about India. So, and through IBM Z Explore learning platform, you are having access to a real mainframe system, that to 24/7 by 365. So the IBM Z Explore learning platform, I'll say, is your best chance to learn and master the mainframe skills, and that too for free, right? So all the skills which you have already learned while completing the different challenges in the IBM Z Explore, just try to leverage, just try to enhance and broaden and deepen those skills, right? Because for example, let's take a simple example of Python. So say I am a student, I haven't coded in Python previously, but while going through the different challenges in IBM Z Explore, I came across a challenge that needed me to code in Python, right? So now I have some basic understanding of how to code in Python, right? But that is not the end of the world, right? For me, once I complete the IBM Z Explore curriculum, what as a student I will do is I will try to start learning more about Python, right? I'll try to, and in today's world there are a lot of resources that can help you learn Python, free resources. I'll try to deepen and broaden my skill level on Python, make use of the real mainframe system to maybe write a few different programs that will help validate the theoretical knowledge which I have just learned, and then put that new level of skills into practice. And I think if I was a student, I would have approached this problem in this particular way. I would have tried to pick up all the skills that IBM Z Explore curriculum teaches me, and then I will try to gain a deeper understanding of those skills, and obviously use the free real mainframe system to validate my learning.
If I may add something to that, a part of one of the foundation challenges is to connect with the IBM Z communities, and I think everybody who has working with IBM Z for a while, they would know that the community of IBM Z is very friendly and very open. We are all there to help. And one of the challenges, which is very interesting in my opinion, is really easy. Check out the Global Student Hub. And the Global Student Hub, and I will share my screen just for a second. It's one of the communities, but in my opinion, for the new to Z people, the most important starting point. This is a community, it's free. And this is where we put all our information on about trainings, free trainings, next steps. And if you look here, this is the starting page. For example, the student contest for IBM Z Explore has been posted. Some other interesting events which are open for free registrations. We have blog entries from SMEs with and without, or inside and outside IBM. And we have videos about experiences and from people who went through the same journey as you will hopefully would like to take. So you can find a lot of information here, and not only information, but also free trainings. We have apprenticeship programs, we have new to C programs. If you do IBM Z Explore, and for example, there are certain topics which are in interest for you, you can probably find a lot of trainings within IBM or even outside IBM. It's just hard sometimes to differentiate which trainings are the most important for you, especially when you're just starting. So the Student Hub is one of the places where we try to make it a really entry point to get this knowledge, and second of all, to make your network wider. So, well, a live example, I think Kamal, we are working for a while now. We never met in real life, but I think you are the perfect example of taking this journey. And if I ask someone, of maybe some people in the US about, do you know Kamal? Oh yeah. You are known just because of your enthusiasm and your interaction with everybody out there. And so there are many ways, and broaden your network and your community is also very important. And know that also the clients are part of that. So they will also, they're also interactively able there to have, for example, discussion or see, you know, can we do a workshop? So I can share the link, but I think if you just start IBM Z Explore, and I'm not sure if that link is already posted from the landing page, or we'll do it at the end. But this is a very important add-on where you can take your next step if you would like to.
The link to both Student Hub and IBM Z Explore are in the charts. And from there, you can sign up on the Z Explore platform and also on the Student Hub. And if I'm not mistaken, Kirtpreet, you have a question for both of our speakers now, yeah?
Yes, Dee. So one last question to summarize with today's discussion. What's the one piece advice you would like to share with our audience? The question to both our speakers. So we can start with Subhasish sir.
Yeah, okay. So again, okay. What advice would I be sharing with our audience today? With regards to our discussion of IBM Z Explore platform, right? So I'll say, well, let me say this. I believe almost all of the audience that have joined in today are well aware of how the mainframe platform runs the world's businesses, right? They know the importance, the power, and the value of the mainframes. The platform enables you to work on a different broad multitude of skill sets, I'll say, like networking. Maybe you are interested in data analytics, or maybe you want to be a database administrator, right? Or an application programmer, right? Or a systems programmer, using both modern and traditional programming languages. Or maybe you want to work on APIs. So the IBM Z mainframe platform is one platform where you have the opportunity to employ all your skills at one place, right? So whatever technological periphery you can ever think of, you can achieve that, or you can work on that while working on the IBM Z mainframe enterprise computing platform. Now, I'll say that the mainframe platform is truly the full 360 degrees of IT. They say it. I am borrowing this phrase from one of the IBM websites, where it's specified that the mainframe platform is truly the full 360 degrees of IT. So it's no wonder that that many, or should I say all of our audiences today would want to start their enterprise computing journey and career on the IBM Z mainframe enterprise computing platform. And all the necessary skills that are required for the purpose, well, for that, the IBM Z Explore learning platform is the place you would like to start to gain all the necessary skills. The platform, as we have already discussed, is open to all the students, available year-round at no charge, and includes IBM Z mainframe system access, a real mainframe system access. So my one piece of advice would be, just make the best possible use of the IBM Z Explore learning platform, gain the skills, and then I am sure that with all the different skills that you will gain and you will have expertise and you will be expert on, I think it will be pretty easy to land up an internship or job opportunity in the enterprise computing space.
I'm absolutely agreeing with that. And there's basically what my answer would be is exactly the same. If my advice would be, if I have to summarize one piece of advice to all of you, I think in general, remain driven, be curious, because, and that is as well in the IBM Z or the Z Explore learning platform. There are moments where you get stuck and you probably think, leave it. But there is so much behind it. There is a reason why all the large companies are using IBM Z. There's a reason why, and there are so many popular numbers to mention, which I won't do, but all the major companies are running IBM Z, are running mainframe, from in banking, in healthcare, in insurance, in retail sections. So this is where the real magic happens. Stay curious, check it out. And of course, there will be people who are saying, I like front-end computing, web designer, that's more my kind of things. And that's fine. But then still, those front-end environments are always connected to a backend system, which is in a lot of cases a mainframe. So stay curious and follow your passion in IT, and you will most probably understand very quickly why this is so cool and what it has to offer for you.
Thanks for such a great advice, both Joris and Subhasish. So for those of you who haven't attended our previous events, we hosted introductory sessions for enterprise computing and to the world of IBM Z in general. And I have posted the recording link to one of our introductory session about enterprise computing in chat. So if you feel like you want to have an overview of enterprise computing before getting on the IBM Z Explore platform, you may watch the recording. The link is in the chat. And with that, we are pretty much close towards the end of our session. And as I mentioned during the start, that we would explain the certificate gaining criteria towards the end. You have heard from me as well and from Joris as well about the IBM Global Student Hub platform. So I won't go again into the benefits of being a part of this global community. It's really just a free platform to, just not learn new skills and also network, and other advantages that Joris mentioned and I mentioned during the start. So you can explore it and leverage it to the best if you may. About the certificate gaining criteria, if you have signed up on this platform and signed up successfully here, in the discussions tab, you'll see a few tabs here: blog entries, events, videos, library, members. And in the discussions tab, you will see here the discussion thread title zStudent-CU IBM Z Explore event post-event discussion board, where you'll need to reply about your learnings, what you learned today, and how you're going to leverage those learnings in future. So the ones who reply to this discussion board will be getting their certificates within a week. And if possible for you, please include your email address at the end of your reply so that it's easy for us to reach out to you with your certificate. So that's what I wanted to share. I hope the eligibility criteria is clear. If not, or if you have any other questions, you can reach out to me anytime on my social channels, or Kiratpreet or anybody from zStudent-CU team. We are here to help you and get introduced to the world of IBM Z and enterprise computing. And now I would like to request Kiratpreet to present vote of thanks to our wonderful speakers and also the audience present here.
Yeah, sure, Dee. First of all, I would like to thank our guest speakers, Joris sir and Subhasish sir, for taking out time from their schedule and make this session really enlightening one. And now, then I would like to thank IBM Z and Chandigarh University for providing us this wonderful opportunity of hosting this event. Now, I would like to take a moment to thank Komal Di and then our zStudent-CU team with Priyanshu as facilitator, Abhishri, content creator, and Raghav, our marketer, who all have contributed a lot in making this event really a successful one. And now, last but not the least, I would like to thank our audience for being such good and patient listeners. And one more thing to say, to keep updated with our future events, you can stay tuned and follow us on our social handles like LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And Komaldi will share the links to those social handles in the chat. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Kiratpreet, and thanks, Joris and Subhasish, for joining us even on your weekend. That means a lot, and thanks for connecting to our student audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye. The links for our social channels are in the chat. To zStudent-CU social channels, you can connect with us to stay tuned for our future events. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks, Kiratpreet. Thanks, everyone.